Sorry about that. I was cut off by a phone call and it was a spam call, so nice. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I was talking about Galen Robinson. I mean, I was watching some highlights. He was running quick. He was fast. Obviously, he's a very important player to our team. Distributor, defender, just a really high IQ player that's been with us for a long time. Been in Kelvin Sampson's system for a while. So he's a consistent player too. I mean, I haven't really seen like an off night from him. He's not really a scorer, but he's been playing well, of course. And let me see. So I'm gonna take a look at the bracket, and why don't I go over some of my predictions? I guess why not? Actually, I have a bracket that's in the top 12% or top 20, no 12,000. I only got I think 3 games wrong. Maryland in the second game, I had them going against Michigan State in the Sweet 16. I picked Nevada. And I had Iowa State winning. And then I had Kansas State being UC Irvine. My main bracket's doing well. I'm winning my challenge. I guess Maryland wrong in the round of 32 game against LSU, which they should have won. I was very disappointed when I saw Tremont Waters make that layup. I thought it was a miscommunication. I mean, he got really low. It was very clutch for sure. I was really pulling for Maryland. Obviously, I'm from Maryland, so. And then I picked Yale over LSU. I don't know. I heard they had an NBA prospect. I heard they could be an upset pick, so I was like, why not? I know they played well against. It was Duke. And I think they beat Baylor, or they were close with Baylor in the past. So I picked them. I also picked Louisville in like every single one of my brackets. Disappointing seeing that they lost to Minnesota in the first round. But then Minnesota got blown out by Michigan State. I feel like Louisville would have put up a better fight. But I mean, you can't say anything when you lose your first game. So pick Marquette over Murray State. Unfortunately, Murray State won, and then Murray State got blown out by Florida State, and hopefully Florida State beats Gonzaga. Florida State, I actually had them in my Final Four, but I changed it to have them losing to Michigan just because I was trying to be safer, I guess. Florida State, they're a really good team. They got a lot of long players, athletic, big shooters. Just a really good overall team coached by Leonard Hamilton. He's obviously known for being a really good coach. Yeah, so my Final Four is Duke, Michigan, Virginia, North Carolina. Nothing really special. Obviously, I'm pulling for my Houston Cougars. Like, I had Kentucky beating Houston, Kentucky. I mean, I guess I was making these calls based off safety, I guess, because this is a money league. But if Houston goes all the way and misses on my bracket, I don't mind because it's Houston. So, yeah, but overall, so now we're in the Sweet 16. Virginia, Oregon, Purdue, Tennessee, North Carolina, Auburn, Houston, Kentucky, Texas Tech, Michigan, Gonzaga, Florida State, LSU, Michigan State, Duke, and Virginia Tech. And yeah, I mean, since I'm here, I might as well just give my picks for the players. I mean, for the games. I think Virginia pulls it out against Oregon in a really tight game. Oregon's been playing really well of recent, obviously, taking down UC Irvine and then Kansas State. Wisconsin. Virginia kept it kind of close with Gardner-Webb. I just feel like they'll pull it out. DeAndre Hunter, Kyle Guy. I think they'll have enough firepower, and considering what happened last year, they should be able to pull it out. Purdue, Tennessee. I like Purdue in this game, actually. Um, they easily took down Villanova 87-61. Tennessee kept it close with Iowa, and I think Iowa almost, it was really close. Admiral Hamilton hit a clutch shot near the end. I had a lot more hopes. I had a lot higher expectations for them, but it is what it is. They won, survive and advance. So, yeah. This podcast is really all over the place. I mean, this is my first podcast, so I don't have a script or anything. I'm just going off my head. North Carolina, Auburn. I was reading the pregame report for that. It's really going to come down to how Auburn plays. Their their guards, Bryce Brown and I forgot the name of the other guy, but they're a really good 3-point shooting team. North Carolina blew out Washington. It was pretty close with Iona in the first half, but they pulled it out easily in the second half. But then Auburn killed Kansas. So it really comes down to, I think, how Auburn shoots and how North Carolina defends. Obviously, they have Kobe White, Cameron Johnson. So we'll see how they play, how they're able to contain Bryce Brown and their 3-point attack. Houston, Kentucky. I like Houston in this game. But it could go either way. Obviously, most of the country thinks Kentucky's going to win. Kentucky fans think Kentucky's going to win. I think it really definitely obviously depends on PJ Washington playing. He's going to play a big part, and that would probably push Kentucky a little over the top in terms of just like players, I guess. But they were close with Wofford. Wofford's best shooter was held 0-12. I forgot his name. The white guy. And I think we're considerably better than Wofford. We have obviously more of a veteran presence than Kentucky. Kentucky stars 4 freshmen. Overall, like I mentioned before, it's going to come down to some of our key players and not making any mistakes, because obviously Kentucky is a team that will capitalize on mistakes very quickly. So it'll be a great game for sure. It'll probably be really close. It'll be a good finish. We'll see what happens. Texas Tech, Michigan. I think that'll also be a close game. Both teams won their games pretty easily. Texas Tech won by 20. Michigan won by 15. Definitely comes down to Jarrett Culver for Tech. And Michigan, obviously they have that experience. We'll see what happens there. I'm pulling for Texas Tech, even though I put Michigan. Or I have some friends at Michigan that are very frustrating to deal with. So I'm going to pull for Tech there. Gonzaga, Florida State. I already mentioned that I have Florida State in my Elite 8, taking on Michigan. But who knows? That'll be a really good game for sure. Gonzaga they won by 12. Florida State won by 28. So I think Florida State has the hot hand here, but Gonzaga, obviously, a lot of pre-tournament champion picks. So you didn't really see any Florida State picks. We'll see about there. I mean, Gonzaga, I feel like they're vulnerable. They lost to St. Mary's. Obviously, they have great coach. And they have I forgot his name. The Japanese guy. Why is he not on this list? But yeah. All right, well, that about wraps it up for the recap. This is Monday, March 25th, 2019. We'll tune in again probably next week with an update on all of these topics. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Any things you think, any things that you thought that I said weren't right, or you agree with, want to debate about, go ahead. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm I'm not a casual fan. I'm definitely a very avid sports fan. My life revolves a lot around sports. I love sports. I've been watching sports ever since, who knows, second grade. I watched the Nats, the Yankees. It's more to baseball back then. But yeah, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Help me grow a little bit so I get more of a following. And yeah, I mean, appreciate you for tuning in. If you've listened this far, I mean, shout out to you. All right, thank you. Peace.